How one decision can change your English and your life forever. There was a time when Rahim believed English was not for people like him. He would sit quietly in class, understanding everything in his head, but when the teacher asked him to speak, his throat would tighten, his heart would beat faster, and his mind would go completely blank. Words that he knew suddenly disappeared. His mouth refused to move. He told himself the same excuses every day. I'm shy, my background is weak, I don't live in an English-speaking country, I don't have anyone to practice with. And slowly, those excuses became his identity. Years passed. Rahim watched others move forward, getting better jobs, speaking confidently, traveling, studying abroad, while he stayed in the same place, not because he was less intelligent, but because he was afraid to speak. One night, sitting alone, scrolling through his phone, Rahim asked himself a painful question. What if the problem is not English, but me? That question changed everything. He realized something powerful. English was not just a subject, it was a mirror. It reflected his fear, his hesitation, his lack of confidence. And if he wanted to change his English, he had to change himself first. So Rahim made one small decision. He decided to stop waiting for confidence and start acting without it. The next morning, he did something strange. He spoke to himself in English while brushing his teeth. "This feels awkward," he said, "but I'm doing it anyway."
At first, his sentences were broken, his pronunciation was poor, his grammar was wrong. But something important happened. His mouth started moving, and movement creates momentum. Every day, Rahim built a small English world around him. His phone language changed to English. His mornings started with an English audio. His nights ended with a short voice recording describing his day. No one clapped for him, no one encouraged him, no one even knew. But inside his brain, something was changing. He stopped memorizing words and started repeating sentences. He stopped watching many videos and started repeating one video many times. He stopped thinking in translation and started thinking in feelings. When he felt tired, he said, "I'm exhausted." When he felt proud, he said, "I did my best." When he felt scared, he said, "I'm nervous, but I'll try." English slowly became the language of his emotions. Weeks passed, then months. One day, something unexpected happened. Someone asked him a question in English, and Rahim answered without thinking. No translation, no panic, no fear. The words just came out.
That moment was not magic. It was repetition. It was discipline. It was self-respect. Rahim understood the truth that most people never learn. Fluency is not about being perfect. Fluency is about being brave enough to speak imperfectly every day. Today, Rahim still makes mistakes, but he no longer stays silent, and that changed his life more than perfect grammar ever could. Because when you find your voice in a new language, you don't just learn English, you become a new version of yourself. A version who is not afraid to speak. A version who is not waiting for permission. A version who believes, I can learn anything. And if Rahim can do it, alone, afraid, imperfect, so can you. Your journey doesn't start when you become confident. Your confidence starts when you begin. Powerful motivational lines, English learning focus. Fluency doesn't begin when you stop making mistakes. It begins when you stop being silent. You don't need confidence to speak English. You need courage to speak before confidence comes. Every broken sentence you speak today is building your fluent future tomorrow. English is not difficult, fear is, and fear disappears when you speak daily. You are not bad at English. You are just afraid of sounding imperfect. Your mouth learns faster than your mind when you give it daily movement. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Speaking imperfect English today is better than perfect silence forever. Fluency is not talent. Fluency is daily repetition with belief. You don't need an English-speaking country, you need an English-speaking habit. When English becomes the language of your emotions, fluency becomes natural. Mindset changing quotes. Inner voice. I may sound wrong today, but I will sound confident tomorrow. Mistakes are proof that I'm trying. Silence is proof that I'm afraid. I speak, therefore I improve. My English doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be honest. Each day I speak English, I become a stronger version of myself. Speak first, fix later. Broken English is better than no English. Fluency is built, not gifted. Confidence follows action, not the other way around. Your voice is your power. Use it. One day, you will speak English without thinking, and you'll remember this moment when you chose to begin, not to wait. You are not learning English to impress others. You are learning it to free yourself. This journey is not about language. It's about becoming brave enough to be heard.